Today in History. Today is July 29th, and let's check out what happened today in history.
We have two events to share with our listeners today, but first here is a quiz question for you. One of the most renowned scientific organizations in the world, pioneers in space exploration, is number one, NASA, or number two, CASA. One of the most renowned scientific organizations in the world, pioneers in space exploration, is number one, NASA, or number two, CASA. If you know the answer, you can put it on our Bondi board or text in pounder sharp 1045 on your cell phone for 51, and you could win yourself an Usan. All right, let's see what's on the list today. Today in history. In 1958, NASA was established, and in 1965, Help, starring the Beatles, premiered.
1958년 오늘 미국항공우주국 나사가 설립된 날이고요. 1965년에는 비틀즈 주연의 영화 Help가 개봉했습니다.
Okay, well, we begin today's journey to the past with the establishment of one of the most renowned scientific organizations in the world.
Which is none other than NASA, or the National Aeronautics and Space Administration. They're responsible for many milestone achievements, such as putting the first human on the moon, as well as sending an unmanned probe outside of the solar system for the first time ever.
Right. Well, NASA was practically born as a means to countermeasure and balance the perceived threat from the former Soviet Union as it launched the world's first artificial satellite, Sputnik 1, in 1957.
So on this day in 1958, the U.S. Congress approved the creation of NASA, which started operating on October 1st of the same year.
Of course, NASA is best known for its Apollo program, which allowed Neil Armstrong to land on the moon, opening a new chapter in space exploration history.
NASA has also become a popular guest in movies, big and small. We all know Armageddon,
Sure.
Apollo 13, and the most recent award-winning Gravity.
Did you see Gravity?
I did.
What were your thoughts?
I was just amazed by just what I was seeing with my eyes.
Visually.
Visually. It was a slow movie, actually, and I felt really suffocated the whole time. I was like,
really?
Get out! Come back to Earth, you know?
A lot of people said that it made them feel physically uncomfortable because it was too real the way that it was shot, right?
Yeah, and I saw it in an IMAX theater too.
Yeah, super long opening scene as well.
Sure.
17 minutes, the opening scene to Gravity. I loved that movie. Visually, it was amazing.
And I was amazed by Sandra Bullock's body too. She was so fit.
Okay, right. Okay, well, back to NASA.
Okay.
They've influenced our daily lives in many, many ways.
For starters, we have to, of course, talk about the portable vacuum cleaner, a device conceived during the Apollo missions to tackle the problem of moon dust on board the shuttles.
Okay, well, other staple innovations are the in-ear thermometer, invisible braces, and scratch-resistant lenses.
Well, these might be items that some are familiar with and some are not too familiar with, but that's not the case with the now ubiquitous smartphone.
Well, not that NASA invented the smartphone, but it did pave the way for the camera installed in it with the development of the so-called CMOS active pixel sensor, or camera on a chip concept, which allowed for the downsizing of digital cameras to the ones we have today.
Likewise, NASA developed the widely popular memory foam used in mattresses and pillows, portable water purification devices, and also the HACCP certification.
Interesting. These and more innovations are published annually in NASA's spin-offs page, including the Summer Essential Super Soaker water gun.
Wow.
Which is pretty cool. There was a photo up there on Point and Radio just a moment ago. It was the inner ear thermometer and Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
Did NASA invent Tom Cruise? Well, this explains a lot.
Oh, my goodness.
I did not. What is Tom Cruise doing there? Is he selling inner ear thermometers now? Oh, it's the invisible braces. Oh, okay.
Oh, he has... I see. I see.
Tom Cruise was a NASA product.
Now we magnify the picture.
Well, no, they're doing their job because they're supposed to be invisible. If you're not watching Poison Radio, you have no idea what we're talking about.
But Tom Cruise's picture was on it.
Exactly. Let's go now and talk about music, yes?
All right. 1965, when the world-famous Fab Four released their film Help.
Nobody in all the world can do what you can do. And so I'm telling you this time you'd better stop, or I have got another girl.
Easterner with greasy feet, speak with forked tongue.
Does he? What's he say?
Passing this way, hot foot, many moons to temple.
Don't encourage him. You've got the part, Paul.
The things we have to do.
Have you ever seen a Beatles movie?
No, I haven't,
You
actually.
You should watch
Maybe I
one.
should.
Yeah.
I was so sad because Paul McCartney was scheduled to come to Korea this year, but his concert was canceled.
Yeah, due to health issues, right? Yeah, a lot of people were really let down by that. But of
Yeah.
course, health comes first. No question
course.
about that. Well, with the attendance of Queen Elizabeth and other members of the royal family, Help was the Beatles' second feature film, actually.
The film was originally titled 8 Arms to Hold You. However, the title was changed last minute because nobody found it interesting nor suitable to the plot of the film. And the perfect option was John Lennon's song Help, which he had finished writing just before the release of the movie.
The movie has been considered to be a forerunner to the way music videos are made today.
And what's more, Help was originally the album intended to feature one of the Beatles' most remembered tunes.
Yes, it was throughout the filming of Help that Paul McCartney kept constantly playing the melody of a new song he was working on called Scrambled Eggs. And by the time filming had wrapped, Scrambled Eggs had acquired new lyrics and a new title, Yesterday.
Scrambled eggs. Yesterday sounds much better.
I think it does, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, that's it for today in history. Before we wrap it up, the answer to the quiz question, it was one of the most renowned scientific organizations in the world, pioneers in space exploration. The answer, number one, NASA. And when we come back from this break, pretty excited. The Pentaport International Rock Festival is happening not too far from now. It's upcoming this weekend, as a matter of fact. And we have very special guests, a rock band called Vangel from Denmark will be joining us in the studio in just a moment for some chat and some music as well. Can't wait. Here are the Beatles. Help.